morning, Malacanang Press Corps. Let's now
Issuing a
have
statement.
Presidential Spokesperson and Chief Presidential Legal Counsel, Salvador Panelo. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, MPC.
Questions, MPC, Chona?
Sir, anong directive ni Presidente sa China? May bago po ba?
Well, alam nyo, from the very start, when I issued the statement, it still stands. We are waiting for the final results of the investigation being conducted by the Chinese government. And that applies to us also, because also we're also conducting our own investigations. Ay, ang problema, maraming hot. Hot ba? Hindi makapagantay. Antayin na lang natin yung... That's why the president is not saying anything. Kasi he wants, as a lawyer, abogado ito eh. Kami mga abogado, we wait for the facts to come in. All the facts.
Sir, so
Alam mo yan, yung nangyari kasi doon, parang ano yan eh, it's a maritime case or an ordinary case involving adversarial claims. Merong version yung isa, meron ding version yung isa. So we have to know the facts. And then we can determine, malaman natin kung ano talagang dapat gawin. Until such time, premature lahat yung mga statements ng iba. Ang iba, kaysa magpadala ng ganito, ang iba naman ganyan. Masyadong premature. Let's wait.
sir, hanggang sa ngayon, wala pang sinasubmit na result ng investigation yung different government agencies ng Philippines like Coast Guard, Defense.
Alam mo, ongoing, kasi like for instance, yung investigation, dun pa lang sa Filipino fishermen, yung palang mga sworn statements na nakuha natin. Kukunin mo rin ang statement ng mga tumulong, kung sinong mga nandoon sa vicinity. Ay, ganun din ang Chinese government. Di ba? Kaya sabi nila, we're thoroughly and seriously investigating the incident. So we'll have to wait.
Oh, Ace and then Julie.
Secretary, yung linabas na pahayag ng China regarding dun sa Recto Bank incident, yung sinasabi nila na besieged yung Chinese boat or Chinese ship ng mga Filipino ships, hindi nyo pa ba yung tinuturing na results ng investigation?
Yun ang version ng kapitan nila.
Okay.
Siyempre, the Chinese government will investigate kung totoo yan o hindi. Di ba? Eh, kanya-kanya nga version. That's precisely why sabi nga ni Ambassador Zhao, we are further studying.
So
Eh, tama naman ang dapat talagang approach mo rito. Let's see the facts.
you're expecting a fair probe
Oh,
from
definitely.
China?
On both sides. And then, pag let's exchange kung anong findings natin, malaman natin ang totoo. Ganyan talaga. When there is a conflict, we have to know the facts.
Okay, but Sec, what is the Malacanang's take on calls to immediately downgrade yung Philippines' ties with China because of the supposed act of abandoning yung mga Filipino fishermen?
Ayun nga ang sinasabi natin, wag na muna tayo mag-jump into conclusions. Tingnan natin exactly ano ba talaga nangyari. Sa totoo lang, lahat tayo, we're just observers. Hindi pa natin alam eh. Kasi the facts are not yet in, all the facts. You have to investigate at the time of the incident, sino ba mga nandun, anong oras nangyari yun. Like for instance, as a lawyer, maghahanap ako, meron ba kayong picture, photographs? Ano yung mga telepono naman kayo? Sino ba mga nandun? I want to talk to them. Ganyan dapat ang probing.
Salamat, Sec.
Julie?
Sir, sabi po nung kapitan ng Filipino fishing boat hindi totoo na the Filipino fishermen besieged the Chinese.
Exactly.
Isa lang daw sila.
Yan nga sinasabi natin, there are two versions. So we have to determine exactly kung ano ang totoo sa dalawang version.
The fishermen...
We have to cautiously walk on this. Hindi pa pwede yung bigla-bigla tayong magsasalita ng ganito. Wala pa tayong facts. Sabi nga ng isang editorial ng may nabasa ko kahapon wala pa ngang facts Ang dami nagsasalita kasi. Antayin na lang natin yung facts from the Chinese government, from the Philippine government. And then tingnan natin kung ano talaga nangyari. Then we can make our own stand on how to go about it.
Sir, the boat captain is
The what?
going. The boat captain wants to ask President Duterte to make the captain of the Chinese boat liable. And sinasabi na kasi parang pinapatay daw.
Premature nga lahat nga eh. Hindi pa nga natin. When the facts are all in and we are convinced of what really transpired, then we can do something about it. Kung
And sir, yung sa abandonment, it's premature given na hindi nga Chinese ang nag-rescue sa kanila, Vietnamese, di ba? So premature pa rin po ba doon?
Because yan ang unang reaction natin, di ba? In-abandon. Pero they're saying, no, we did not. Sinasabi nila na we stayed a while until we were sure. So in other words, may version na naman. So parang may conflict ang dalawang versions. So we have to determine ano ba talaga nangyari.
Paano natin gagawin yun, sir? Kasi
O hindi ba iniimbestigahan nga ng Chinese government?
Yeah, what I mean is, sir, syempre, the Chinese are going to say one thing and the Filipino fishermen are going to say one thing. Paano po natin i-determine kung alin yung version ng truth?
Alam mo, kaya nga meron tinatawag na hukom na nagde-determine. Sa isang kaso na dalawa ang version, there is one arbiter or judge that will determine who's telling the truth.
Sino yun, sir? In this case,
Hindi pa nga natin alam, kayo naman. Well, aantayin nga natin yung official findings ng both sides. At saka tayo mag-decide.
Last on my part, sir. Si President Duterte ba, is there any chance that he might meet the fishermen?
That he might?
Maybe not kasi kahapon parang the fishermen are saying na parang i-meet dapat nila si President Duterte today. Kung hindi man today, is there any chance na baka mag-meet sila?
As far as I know, wala akong narinig na request at wala rin nag-imbita. Kasi nga, wala pa malabo pa nga yung facts eh.
But the president is there a possibility that the president might be interested?
Kung you're speaking of possibilities, then limitless ang possibilities.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, from CNN Philippines, please state your name, please.
Hi, sir. Good afternoon. Yung incident has been reported to the International Maritime Organization. Was there a case filed? So what happens from
Wala
here,
pa
sir?
nga, wala pa iya. Kung mga probing pa lang on both sides.
Sir,
Investigating.
Sir, the mayor of Occidental Mindoro is filing a resolution asking the president or Malacanang
When you let him file,
to speed up the investigation. How soon can we have the results of this investigation? Is this considered urgent?
hindi alam mo iya, hindi ganun kadali ang nag-iimbestiga. We have to wait. We cannot be pressuring both sides to make an immediate finding. Siyempre, like for instance, gaya nga as a lawyer, kung ako mag-iimbestiga, I want to talk with all the fishermen, 12 of them. I want to know exactly saan nangyari yung lugar, sino mga nandun at that precise time, ano mga vessels nandun. O yun. I want to talk to the Vietnamese ship that gave help. Hindi ko rin makausap yung marami. You have to talk also to the captain of the Chinese vessel para malaman natin. Kasi sa ngayon, may version ng ating kapitan, may version din yung kanilang kapitan. So, paano? We have to resolve that.
Sir, but there are several cases in the past that when the president asked the investigation to be urgent, mabilis po na nalulaunch yung investigation. In this case, sir, is this considered to be urgent?
Lahat ng kaso ay urgent. Pag may kaso, urgent yan, kailangan mag-imbestiga. But you cannot hasten the investigation ng ganun-ganun lang. Merong sila mga sinusunod na estilo ng pag-iimbestiga.
Okay, Joseph and then RJ.
So sir, on our end, June 9 po yung event, incident, and now it's June 17. What do we know so far as a government?
Well, according to Secretary Lorenzana, he has sworn statements coming from the fishermen. Yun ang binigay niya, info. He wants, according to him, hindi pa natin nakakausap yung Vietnamese vessel crew or captain.
And we
Tinitingnan
will,
pa nila kung merong tayong pwedeng makuha photographs or video, whatever.
okay. So sir, the DND is investigating this.
As far as I know, yes.
Correct. and then also China is doing its own
Yes.
investigation. And then how do we reconcile the two versions?
O edi,
Under what forum or regime or?
siguro we will have to create whatever. Basta wala pa eh. Puro tayo nag-speculate. We want first the final findings of both sides. Tingnan natin. For all you know, baka pareho ang sasabihin nila.
So, sir, when both sides have their final findings, saan tayo mag-meet?
O depende kung anong findings.
Paano, sir?
Depende nga kung anong findings.
Mm.
Kung ang findings nila pareho ng atin, o di tapos na kaagad ang kaso.
Kung magkaiba, sir?
O kung magkaiba, di pag-uusapan natin bakit magkaiba.
Saang...
Bakit sinong mas tama? O siguro we need to resolve that to an objective arbiter.
Or pwede ba search sa bilateral consultative
Pwede lahat yan. Basta importante, let the facts set in.
Pwede rin ba, sir, sa PCA, sa Permanent Court of Arbitration?
Ayun ang hindi ko alam. I'll leave that to Secretary Luxing kasi that's his turf.
Okay. Sir, all right. So the Chinese has already admitted in their statement, sir, no, na yun pong particular na bangka na yan or fishing ship ay na galing sa Guangdong and it is involved in a light purse seine operation, meaning they're fishing in Reed Bank. That's as far as
Kaya
the
sabi
Chinese-
nila.
Yes, sir.
Ang problema, hindi naman yan ang final statement.
But still, sir,
That
this-
is the version of the captain of the Chinese vessel.
and the Chinese government, sir.
No,
Adopting
not
it.
necessarily. Kasi sinasabi ni Ambassador Sao, we're still investigating.
Uh-huh.
Further, sabi niya, further investigating.
Yes, sir. But does that not establish, sir, that they are fishing in our...
Not necessarily, because they're actually saying the version of the Chinese vessel.
They're
Hindi
not
pa
fishing
hindi
there?
pa nga natin. Yun ang version nga na yun ang ginagawa nila. Pero sinabi ni Ambassador sa na iniimbestigahan pa sila na further, di antayin natin ang kanilang. Kasi press release lang yun eh. Ang kailangan natin yung official response to our diplomatic protest.
Which we do not have yet,
Wala
sir.
pa. Kasi nga, iniimbestigahan pa rin nila.
Sir, sabi po ni Justice Scarpio is that this is a violation of the UNCLOS.
Premature. Premature pa nga kasi hindi pa natin alam ang facts. Ang alam natin, initially, di ba, alam natin, iniwan. Tapos they're disclaiming it. May problema na naman tayo. Hindi natin alam eh. Buti sana kung inamin nilang iniwan. That's a violation.
So, sir, we're
Antayin
holding...
muna natin. He will be right kung totoo yung talagang iniwan yung mga Pilipino sa barko.
Okay. So, sir, suffice to say that yun po mga demands to maybe ask China to apologize is also premature.
Kasi nga, wala pang facts eh. We have to know the facts first. Tama si Presidente. You cannot be responding kagad na nga. You have to know the facts. As a lawyer, yun ang training ng isang abogado.
Is that what
And
he
for
told?
that matter, kahit hindi ka lawyer, kaya bago ka magsalita ng isang bagay, tingnan mo muna, ano ba? Anong nangyari talaga?
Is that what he told you, sir? Yun pong this...
That is the position of the President ever since. Kahit na anong incident, palaging gan. Let me know the facts first. Kahit na anong incident, whether internal or international.
So, sir, to respond lang, sir, so yun po mga criticism that the President has been silent. What do you say to that?
He's not silent. He's waiting for the facts to set in before he make any declaration.
As a matter of policy, sir, how much are we willing to do to protect the Filipinos?
As a matter of policy, we always say that we will not allow any assault on our sovereignty. That's a policy.
And we don't
And
know
that
yet.
is unchanged.
And it's not because this is non-negotiable.
Which one? Of course, you cannot. Sovereignty is never a subject of negotiation.
And sovereign rights.
Of course,
Yun muna,
it
sir.
goes without saying.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, still on China, RJ, Nestor, and Julie and Pia.
Sir, in case we find out that those fishermen, Chinese fishermen, were really fishing in our EEZ, what will we do?
That's speculation.
No, what will we do?
Oh, hindi, speculation pa rin yan. Mahirap, alam nyo, mahirap pagsalita ng tapos. Hindi pa natin alam eh. Kasi sigurado ang headline, oh, ganito na naman. Yan ang giging problema natin. Let's wait for the facts. And then, pag meron na kaming ginawa at you feel na mali, that's the time.
I just want to hear from you, sir. Are Chinese fishermen allowed to fish in recto bank? Are they?
Eh, masyado mong obvious yung tanong mo. Ang
No,
sagot siya, syempre, hindi.
Okay. Of course.
Pero
thank
hindi
you.
pa natin alam kung nag-fish sila doon. Yun na nga ang sinasabi ko sa'yo. Hindi pa natin alam. Kasi meron ang conflict ng mga version.
But you're saying that they should not be there. That's
Alin?
correct? They should not be
Eh,
there.
basta teritoryo natin, nandun sila. Mali yun, syempre.
All right, thank you.
Okay, Nestor, then Julie.
Good morning, Secretary. Sir, you mentioned the government is cautiously looking into the incident and we are still determining the facts since there are two versions of the Rectobank incident. Then why did the DFA already file a diplomatic protest? Kung dinedetermine pa pala natin yung facts, bakit agad tayo
Yung
nag-file?
protest nila tungkol doon sa abandonment. Di ba? Yun ang pagkakalam ko na inabandon. Kaya may reaction tayo.
So established fact na to, sir. We believe na talagang
Eh,
inabandon
kaso
sila.
dispute eh. Yan ang problema. They're disputing that, na hindi rin nila inabandon.
So ba't na tayo nag-file, sir?
Well, bakit naman hindi? Kung yun naman ang paniniwala ng side natin. Eh, wala namang dinispute lang yan after nag-file tayo.
Yes, sir. Pero hindi po ba dapat pag diplomatic protest based on facts?
Well, as far as they're concerned, yun ang facts na natanggap nila at naniwala sila nun.
Hindi dapat nag-imbestiga muna ang gobyerno, sir?
Alam mo, there are many phases of investigation. Merong initial investigation at merong final. Yung initial, kumisan, baka nami-mislead ka lang.
So our diplomatic...
Kasi, ang problema, kung hindi naman tayo nagreklamo, eto na naman ang mga kritik na, ba't di kayo nagre-reklamo? Ba't di kayo nagpo-protesta? Ngayon nagprotesta, at may bagong version, eto na naman kayo. Hayaan na muna natin. Let's just wait. Let the facts set in and the President will respond to the same.
So you are saying, Secretary, that the diplomatic protest filed by the DFA is based on initial investigation of the
Why
Philippine
don't you
government?
ask Secretary Locsin? He made the diplomatic protest. I didn't.
Are you not regularly apprised regarding this, sir?
No, you have to ask the Secretary kasi siya ang alam niya kung ano yung ginawa niya.
Okay, last two on China. Julie and then Pia.
Sir, last week you issued a statement in which, while you said that the Rectoback incident is still being investigated, the palace slammed the abandonment as, I quote, outrageous, barbaric, and uncivilized.
Yes, because that
yeah.
was what the fishermen told us. But now it appears that they're disputing that. Di ba?
Who are disputing what, sir?
O hindi ba the Chinese... Doon sa press release nila, sinasabi nilang the captain did not abandon. They waited until they saw that help is there.
Okay, sir.
Saka lang sila umalis.
Sir, and then you just said that it's premature to make any statements since the investigation is not yet final and hindi pa na-conclude, sir. Correct? Pinapatanong lang po ni Henry Uri, does this mean that the palace is retracting its previous statement
No.
na barbaric, uncivilized, and outrageous po yung pag-abandon sa
Hindi pa rin
fishermen?
na ano yan. The statement applies kung yun nga nangyari.
So meaning, sir, we issued that statement na hindi based on facts? Kasi ngayon
Alin?
sinasabi nyo, we was
Abe,
based on
yun ang report sa atin ng mga Pilipino nating crew eh. So we have to initially believe them until proven otherwise. Eh since merong nagdi-dispute, medyo tingnan natin kung totoo naman yung contrary claim nila. O until such time, our stand remains.
Okay, sir. So, andun pa rin yung galit ng Pilipinas over the abandonment. Hindi yun nag-win kahit na question ng China.
O titingnan natin kung ngayon, kung totoo naman na mali yung ating paniniwala, we have to do something about that also.
Sir, pinapatanong din po ni Kuya Henry.
Ba't kasi absent siya?
I don't know.
Meron pa siyang spokesman.
Sir, napag-utusan lang po, sir.
Henry.
Baka may show po. Sir, sabi po ni Henry, between the testimony of the captain of the ship of the Chinese and the Filipino, boat captain, sino po ang mas paniniwalaan?
Eh,
doon ng
depende
government?
yan. Alam mo, hindi tayo, ang mangyayari na naman dyan, pag may sinabi kang isang bagay, headline, hindi dapat ganon. Let's wait for the facts to set in. Pag nandyan na, and then saka kayo magtanong, anong gagawin ninyo, sir? O, yan ang facts.
So, if
Until such time, wag muna.
so you'd rather not choose to take sides?
Hindi
at
pa
this
kasi nga, wala pa nga. How can we take say? Wala pa nga facts eh.
Okay, sir. Last na lang po. It seems to me kasi na parang medyo lumambot po yung stance ng Palace. Kasi before we're so angry, outrageous, barbaric, uncivilized. Now we're saying na, teka lang, let's wait for the facts
No.
first.
Yung atin, sabi ko nga sa inyo kanina, ganun pa rin yun. Kaya lang, medyo dinispute eh. Now, you want to give us proof na mali kami. Oh, pero kung hindi naman, kung wala naman silang preba na mali tayo, di ganun pa rin ang stand natin, hindi naman mabago.
Ganun po ba yun, sir? Kasi pag may nag-dispute sa'yo, kahambyo ka bigla. Ganun ba yun?
Kung merong nag-dispute at meron siyang preba, anong sasabihin? Kung mali tayo, you mean to tell me we'll insist on our being wrong?
Hindi, pero
Okay
sir,
naman.
kasi yung abandonment, sir, di ba?
Hindi pa nga,
nangyari naman yun.
they're questioning that nga, na hindi naman daw sila nag-abandon nga.
Okay, sir.
O di, probahan nila na hindi nga sila nag-abandon.
Yung sa probe na lang, sir, sige. May timeline po ba tayo? Like, are we giving the Chinese a deadline?
Basta we're going to wait for whatever findings they have. They will give that to us and we will give ours to them.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, Pia, and then Joseph, last two sa China.
Sir, could you tell us why the special cabinet meeting on the Recto Bank incident was
In the first
cancelled
place, there is no
yesterday?
special cabinet meeting on direct to bank. Who said that meron?
Well, and also,
Meron talagang special, regular yung cluster cabinet meeting. Now, whether that will be taken or not, hindi natin alam kung anong agenda nun.
kasi ES Medial Diaz said that it was cancelled.
Which one?
The special cabinet meeting on the
Wala
incident.
namang cabinet. The first place, baka,
What was there to
I think
cancel
there
in the
were-
first place, sir?
wala namang, palagay ko, nagkaroon lang ng miscommunication with respect to yung cluster cabinet, kala nila cabinet meeting.
Alright, sir.
Actually, cluster lang. Tsaka regular yun.
Sir, you said that the palace will be waiting for the results of the investigation. Until then, will Malacanang caution cabinet secretaries like Secretary Alcusi from making public statements on the incident? Like he said yesterday that the ramming of the Chinese boat to the Philippine vessel was unintentional.
I don't know about that. I have to ask Secretary Al.
But will the palace caution cabinet secretaries from making statements on the incident hanggat hindi pa lumalabas yung
Hindi ko rin
results
alam
ng
kung sinabi niya yun
investigation?
eh. I don't know.
He did, sir.
But I'll ask him personally.
Do you think, sir, that mas magandang wag muna sila magsalita?
I'll ask him if he did that. If he said that and why he said so.
I'm asking you, sir, if mas okay,
Hindi ko
sir,
pa nga
kung
alam.
sa
No,
mga
no, no.
cabinet secretaries
Again, you want me
would
to
not-
speculate.
I'm
You
not-
want me to say something na hindi pa nangyayari.
I'm not asking you, sir, to speculate. What I'm asking, sir, is do you think that cabinet secretaries should not talk about the
I'm
incident?
telling
hanggat-
you that if that happens, then I'll give you my answer. Until such time, you will not get an answer from me.
It's a completely different question, sir, but still.
But
Sir,
that's my response to you.
Okay, sir. Sir, will the Philippines act on the basis on the results of our own investigation, or are we still be waiting for the results of the Chinese investigation before we act?
Both findings will be considered.
Both findings, sir. All right. Sir, Vice President Lenny wants the crew of the Chinese ship to stand trial here in the Philippines. Anong masasabi
That's
ng
another
Malacanang?
speculation. Hindi pa nga natin alam eh. Yun ang kasama sa mga premature. Hindi pa natin alam ang facts. So let's wait for the facts. Considering that our initial facts as relate to us are being disputed.
Last na lang, sir. Sir, how can we assure the Filipinos that the Chinese crew will be held accountable?
Hindi pa nga natin alam. Kulit naman. Hindi pa natin alam kung totoo yung... Hindi pa natin alam ang facts. Pag natapos na yan, nakita natin talagang kasalanan nila, o di siyempre we will hold them accountable. In fact, the Chinese government said so through Ambassador Zhao. According to them, if they find out that they're at fault, then they will be educated and they will be punished for their, quote, irresponsible behavior. That's very clear.
Well, on the part of the Philippine government,
we-
sir, if sir, they be found guilty dun sa nangyari, how can the Philippine government make them accountable?
We'll, in accordance with law, we will do that.
Paano, sir?
O kung ano yung batas, yun ang susundin natin.
Oh,
Until such time, huwag muna tayong magsalita tungkol doon.
But there is a mechanism,
O
sir, to make
syempre,
them accountable.
there is always parang ano yan eh. In maritime cases, merong protocol yan. Kung paano, how you will file a case, how they will determine kung sino ang at fault.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, Joseph, Rosalie, and then Nestor.
Sir, remember po yung case naman dati na yung mga Chinese were seen or poaching our mga Taclobos, no? And yung mga Taclobo po natin. Remember, before we went to China, may mga incidents na na-report na yung mga Chinese fishermen ay nangunguha ng mga Taclobo natin. And we...
Clams, yung mga
Clams, yes, sir. And then si Ambassador Santa Romana said that China and the Philippines, BIFAR also, are investigating it. Do you have any update on that
Hindi ko alam.
case?
We have to ask the ambassador kung ano nangyari doon.
The reason why I ask is that because we have several incidents of such this nature like this, tapos parang we file and then we just forget about it. Is this one of those cases, sir?
Let's ask the ambassador kung ano nangyari sa kanya. Baka meron. Hindi lang natin alam.
Sir, just to repeat the question, no? Because parang in terms of avenue ng dispute, do you think the PCA is a proper forum?
What
The
PCA?
Permanent Court of Arbitration, where we won our award that the Reed Bank is within our exclusive economic zone?
I will let the head of the Department of Foreign Affairs respond to that.
Sir, ito sir, pa-respond lang natin sa Palace because ito po yung sabi ng, I think this is the Kapitan or the owner. Ang sabi niya, sir, there's a retort, there's a question.
There's a what?
Question, sir. And I'd like the Palace to respond and also you. Are we slaves of China?
Ano sabi ng ano? Kapitan?
Kung slaves daw po ba tayo ng China, sir?
Tinatanong niya? Sino tinatanong niya?
Government, sir.
Baka naman tinatanong niya yung ano. Baka it's a rhetorical question. Siyempre, the response is, we can never be slaves to anyone.
Are we slaves to China specifically?
Not to anyone nga. That includes every country in the world.
Sir, is it a fair assessment that we are tentative in this?
No. We are responsible.
Okay.
We are cautious. The president is.
Is there so much at stake sa Reed Bank, sir? That's why we're kind of maybe treading the water carefully. Because this
As
is a
I said,
possible...
the president, as a lawyer and as president, will have to wait for all the facts to set in before he makes a declaration or any move.
kasi sir, subject to sa ano, di ba? Potential exploration between the
Whatever.
Philippines.
Hindi,
Wala yung factor.
Kasi ang importante, yung facts muna. Hindi niya pa alam kung ano talaga nangyari.
Okay, sir.
Okay, Rosalie, and then Nestor.
Good afternoon, sir. Sir, is the government not considering to put on hold certain agreements with China to show we are seriously concerned about this matter po?
Hindi pa nga natin alam facts eh. Pabalik-balik naman tayo dun. Pag alam na natin ang facts at alam natin na tayo ang nasa disadvantage sa nangyari yun, o di syempre meron tayong mga gagawin to show how serious we are in the protection of our sovereignty as well as our countrymen. Until such time, maghintay muna tayo.
Sir, kanina nabanggit niyo po, sir, na meron maraming nagsasalita at marami po ang kumbaga nakikisawsaw sa issue, sir. Is the President not planning to form a task force para po
Meron na nga,
magkaroon...
hindi ba meron na nga nag-iimbestiga? DND. Yun na nga yun eh.
So sila po ang primary na
Oo.
pagmumulan ng Philippine side.
Sila
pagdating-
nag-iimbestiga.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay, Nestor.
Secretary, Defense Secretary Lorenzana earlier issued a strong statement regarding the Recto Bank incident based on the account of the Filipino fishermen. And this was also the basis of our diplomatic protest with China. And you also issued a statement agreeing with the statement of Lorenzana. Is the government now doubting the account of the Filipino fishermen since there is already a Chinese version?
Not doubting, but we want to know the facts since there is a contrary claim.
But initially, we believed with their statements, sir. Kasi doon nagmula yung mga yung outrage, yung
Eh,
barbaric.
syempre, yun ang unang sinabi sa atin eh. Di ba? So, that's why, kung kinentohan ka ba naman ng iniwan ka doon ng ganun-ganun lang, ba, syempre, magre-react ka agad. Pero yung ating nirereklamo, nagsabi, oy, hindi namin ginawa yun. Ha? O, sige nga. Show us.
So, anong description nyo yung nung ano natin ngayon, sir, nung attitude?
That was an initial outrage based on the initial findings.
Okay.
And the outrage continues until such time that we're proven wrong.
Joseph.
Sir, clarification lang. Sir, if we're not doubting the fisherman's testimony, how do we then describe our attitude towards their statement?
Which one?
If not doubt, sir, what is our approach to the statements of the fishermen?
Well, we take it as its face value until proven otherwise by other contradicting testimonials and proof.
Not naman with a grain of salt.
Not really. Kasi yun ang unang sinabi nila.
But they are the victims here, right?
Oh, yeah.
And why?
What do you mean why?
Why can you say that they are the victims here?
That's what they're saying. Biktima sila.
Okay, MPC, questions? Other issue? No more? Okay. Ace? RJ? Other issue?
Sir, Secretary Piñol asked these fishermen, including the captain, sino pa nga man yun, yung cook ng barko, he wanted them to come here to see the president, to meet the president. Do you know that?
No, you just told me.
Are cabinet officials allowed to do that? Just invite people, come to the palace to see the president?
Eh, baka naman ano lang ni Secretary Piñol yun. He wants to arrange a meeting between them and the president.
All right.
To arrange a meeting.
Without you knowing, even the spokesman?
Wala namang masama doon na if you want to arrange a meeting between the president and some people feeling aggrieved on whatever matter, di ba? Kumbaga anong tawag doon? Tumutulong doon sa pamilya. Baka gustong kausapin si presidente.
Does the president...
Kumbaga nag-i-intermediary lang si Secretary.
But anyway, is it possible that the president will go there in Mindoro?
Hindi ko alam. We'll ask him. Mamaya, meron sa Sangli, di ba? Yeah, oh, yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, we'll ask.
Okay, last question na. Joseph.
Sir, pasensya na pa sa isa pang reporter namin. Sir, I think it's a US that said that such incident or any, may qualify here, armed attack on either civilian or government forces of the Philippines could trigger the MDT.
Kaya si Ambassador Kim.
Yes,
Yan
sir.
yatang nabasa ko
Correct,
rin.
sir. Yeah. What do you think of that, sir?
Ay, kung yun ang nakalagay sa treaty, di yun ang susundin natin. Kung yun ang agreement.
Pero our assessment is that this incident does not qualify as an...
Hindi pa nga natin alam.
Okay.
Ano naman
I'm
tayo.
just asking, sir.
Balik na naman tayo.
I am just asking.
And I'm just responding.
Okay, so not
Similarly,
yet. But you do agree with the ambassador, no? Na attack
that's what the military agreement between the two countries say.
and we can...
That's elementary, Mr. Watson.
So what?
Patawa lang ako sa'yo.
Okay, sir. But anyway, so, pero sir, we are... If proven na may mga ganong incidents na armed, we are free to invoke and we will invoke the MDT.
Eh, kung ano ang dapat nararapat doon sa agreement na yan, we will do that.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. MPC, no more questions? Okay, thank you, Secretary Panelo. Thank you.
Punta kayo mamaya.
Back to our main
Odiya.
studio sa Radyo
Yan,
Pilipinas
di
and
may
People's
per- ambush
Television
kayo
Network.
mamaya.